Okay, we are live here at Infor Velocity, which is an annual conference. Actually, it's not just an annual conference; it's a series of conferences that Infor does to just share some of the roadmap items that are happening within the Infor ecosystem. They do these events throughout the world, and I'm here live. My name is Eric Kimberling. Streaming to LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, X, and TikTok. So thanks for being here wherever you're joining from. I'm going to walk around here at the conference. It's very informal. It's very shaky. Got some shaky camera footage here because I'm holding the camera. But we'll get the content down here. But I'm here. I'm going to walk around and talk to some people. And I've got some people lined up to talk to you just to figure out what's going on here in the ecosystem of Infor, what's new, what's exciting, all that good stuff. So joining me are two people that I know well from PCG. So to start, tell me a bit about yourself, Dan, and then we'll ask you more about PCG in general. But tell me about your background. You have quite the illustrious history here in the Infor world.
Yeah, so I started off with a company. Started off with a company called Bond Company in the 90s, which was one of the original ERP pioneers. Was with them for about 3 years, and then built my own consulting firm, doing Infor LN, which is a predecessor of what is the Infor Cloud Suite now. So I actually get to be a director of marketing now, which is wonderful.
And the ERP doctor.
And the ERP doctor, that's correct. Yes.
You're a content machine. You're putting out lots of stuff, podcasts, videos, LinkedIn posts. So be sure to follow Dan Fulbridge if you don't already. He's got some great stuff there.
Thanks.
Hey, bet.
Yeah, Eric, thank you very much. My name is David Ploy, like Dan. I'm an old Bond guy, started back in 96 on Triton 2.2. So we're all embedded a lifetime inside of this product suite, which is now LN. So as PCG, we have well over 20 years of experience across multiple industries, aerospace and defense, automotive, so on and so forth. And yeah, we're just delighted to be here and share the story.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining me here on camera. I guess my first question for you is if we back up a second, you guys have both seen a lot in the Infor space. I'm going to ask you about PCG in particular here in a minute, the product suite, overall direction of Infor. But in the meantime, tell us a little bit about what you've seen. What are the biggest things you've seen change in the world of Infor? Because you guys have been here forever, or been involved in the ecosystem forever.
Yes, forever. We've been here forever.
You're not that old, but you know what I mean. But going back to the Bond days, you go way back to the days of Bond, and you know Jan Bond, and you kind of know the legacy Infor guys. So tell us what are the biggest changes you've seen in the last couple decades?
The biggest change is probably the cloud suites for sure. Having everything on the cloud now. Infor is almost 100% cloud now, so we don't do on-prem anymore, and that gives us a lot of license with things like agentic AI and the Velocity suites and all these things that are coming. So it's very exciting right now.
Totally different than when you started in the late 90s?
Yeah. 2000s? Yeah. We're going through screens and putting in purchase orders and things like that.
Numbers.
Yeah, transaction numbers. Yep, all of that stuff.
How about you, David? What have you seen change, or what are the most exciting changes you see in the last couple of days?
Some of the most exciting changes, I think, is just Infor's openness in the partner community, how they enable their partners, providing us with all the tools that is necessary to make the customer successful. Continuous innovation, as we've seen with the agents that they're launching this week, how they've worked with us to integrate our intellectual property, a smart factory that is a full manufacturing execution system that we've fully integrated in for LN right now. It's just been a fantastic journey. Open partner support from the development team to the partner teams to the sales orgs.
Right. Now, a lot of people watching right now may know Infor, they may know Sightline or M3 or Cloud Suite. Bond, Lawson, one of the many solutions that
legacy solutions,
legacy solutions. But you guys, tell us a little bit about. You started to answer this a bit. Tell us a little bit about Smart Factory and how does that factor into the overall strategy the Infor has. It's a little bit different than other vendors that are trying to be the one size fits all answer for everyone. Tell us a little bit about Smart Factory.
Sure, you're right.
And then tell us how.
So we've identified a gap, so to speak, in the market for a cloud-based MES solution born in the cloud. And we've integrated that fully with LN. So Infor itself has got a great MES product that's on-prem today, and we've got Smart Factory that is in the cloud, but fully integrated to LN. So Infor customers have the choice of best of both worlds.
Right. Yeah. And it's how does this tie into what we're hearing here at the event with Infor Velocity and Infor OS and some of the more, I call it the composable ERP. I know you talk a lot
Yeah.
about this too, Dan, but
Yeah.
how does your strategy with PCG Smart Factory, the product you've developed, how does that tie into Infor's
Sure.
strategy?
So great question. It's completely tied in with the OS, using the data streams, Industry 5.0, human in the loop. And as you talk about composable ERP and using microservices to extend that, our MES solution is also a composable MES solution. So we can take a customer's on a crawl, walk, run journey. So instead of taking a whole monolithic MES solution, and people have real difficulty with integrating from day one, we can take the customer on that journey of crawl, walk, run to solve a critical pain point, get the win, solve another critical pain point, get the win. And as I said, the beauty of it is through working with Infor, it is 100% integrated to the Infor LN platform today.
That's great. Now, Dan, when you think of this as a marketing guy here at the event at Infor Velocity, what's the most exciting thing that you've heard so far? If there's one thing that jumps out, I know that these events are always overwhelming. There's so much stuff they're announcing and new things on the roadmap. Some of it's here, some of it's in the works. But what's the one thing that just stood out as like, hey, the Infor's got this? Right?
It's probably the ability to have a very fast upgrade from a lot of the different legacy platforms. So that's could be, in our case, we have 2 ERPs. Basically no other firms have that. So we have CSI, which used to be called Sightline, and we also have Industrial Enterprise, which used to be called LN. And so we're able to do it on both. And then we have our own IP. So that's very exciting. And then all the tools that come with the Velocity suite, I think, is also very exciting. So the process mining, process catalogs we've been using for a few years, but the mining tools have come along a lot. And the RPA has been enhanced with the agentic AI. So I think that's very exciting as a rule. And, the fact that we have IP that nobody else has.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this MES solution is a cloud-based solution, like Devette said, and Infor MES, very good product, which we offer.
Yeah.
But it's only on-prem at the moment. So we've got that whole solution set, and if we were offering just CSI, for example, then we can only service the SMBs, right? So we can do SMB and enterprise now, and we can, advise you on the choice like you guys do, right?
Yeah.
Advise you on the best fit, and make a choice for the customer.
Yeah. So for those that may not be familiar with Infor Velocity, could you summarize for the audience here, people who maybe you're just exploring Infor, maybe they're not as familiar with the tool set? Because I think more people, in my opinion, in experience, more people have heard of Sightline, M3, Cloud Suite. But I think Infor Velocity is relatively new, right? It just doesn't have the same
Pretty new
name recognition.
Maybe a couple years.
How would you describe it if you were to summarize what it is?
One word: access. And this is what Infor is just brilliant at. All Infor's senior executive leadership team is here, from business to marketing to sales to the product team. So customers have access to Infor's executives to give them direct feedback. As partners, we get to meet with our customers and Infor's executive to solution on the fly, whether it's a pain point or where it's going to land on the roadmap or potentially accelerate certain things. So I just cannot commend them more than we are by providing that access to customers and partners at events like Velocity.